Hey everybody, Ben Whalen here with our weekly Watershed walk, and I'm here today with my daughter Shaylee. We're here, it's Earth Day 2020, and we're here to show you one of those simple things that you can do to become a good steward and show the earth that you care. It's fairly simple, just need a couple tools. We've got a pail here, you can see our pail, and we're going to actually do some willow cutting. And Shaylee's holding up a pair of pruning shears there. We've actually got two pair that we're going to use. And we're just going to go over to the riverbank, find some willow, and do some cuttings. And I'll show you what we need to do before we can then plant those later on. So we've walked across our yard a fair distance actually. We got to walk across a small hayfield from where we live. And we're on the shores of Parsons Brook here now. And if you look back behind us right there, you can see a bit of a willow tree. Show them the willow tree, Shay. It's right there. So that's the willow tree there, and we're going to leave some resources on the bottom of this to direct you on how to identify a tree. And here in a second, we'll show you how to take a willow cutting. So we've come to the willow tree and found a couple of decent cutting areas. What you want to look for is some of the greener or greenish yellow type growth, the newer growth. That shows that the willow area is still alive, and it'll actually propagate really well on the next step. Okay, so Shaylee's going to show you where to cut. You want to cut down low and move your hand, Shay. And you want to cut it right in there just like that and cut it with the... Now remember that you're using shears and the shears can be sharp, so you want to be careful when using the shears. So what Shaylee's doing now is she's shortening them up and trying to keep the dog, actually. This is Dixie. She likes to chase sticks and she thinks this is a game, but that's okay. Now Shaylee's shortening these up and putting them in the bucket. We'll carry the bucket back to the house before we actually put them on water. You have to let the willow soak for 24 to 48 hours. The longer the better usually. And then you can strike them into the ground near an eroding stream bank. And we're going to show you a bank here that's an ideal candidate for willow staking restoration. A bank such as this one would be an ideal candidate to do your willow striking on. It's got some good soils, the gravel's at the base. And where you want to put the willow is right along the base, close to the water, because they really like to get their roots wet. You'll have to soak the willow for 24 to 48 hours first and then strike them in. You'll also need a permit from the Department of Environment and Local Government. And if you want, you can contact the Kennebec Watershed Restoration Committee and we can help you get that permit. If you don't own the land, you will also need landowner permission before you go ahead and do that project. But again, the KWC is willing to help you out. So Shaylee's turned on the hose and she's putting some water on our willow. You don't need a whole lot of water on them. They just basically need to get at least one end of them wet so that they soak up the water. But we'll kind of fill that bucket